And finally, I'm going to analyse the double page spread and talk about the codes and conventions which are usually found in them. I'm going to start off with the verso page and talk about that. When you first look at this page, you can see a massive pull quote saying, "I'm not into being an internet celebrity, Lee Mallier." This is anchored next to a picture of the guitarist or the person saying this himself, so you can tell it's from him. And it's in a really cool font, much like the font which was used on the front cover, and it's just a really interesting font. And towards the left hand side, you've got pictures of the band, like what they've been up to. So you've got one of somebody smoking, you've got another of a guy holding a drumstick, you've got the vocalist sweating and smiling. It says, "Give me a second, I'm knackered," which is obviously using his Yorkshire accent to the advantage. But these images, they've been edited in a way where it looks like a Polaroid camera's taken them. And below you can see the entire band playing for a gigantic crowd, which suggests that they are quite a big band. Then to the right we have more pictures, and at the bottom, just above the page number, which is page 58, it has the band logo, which is in bright red, so it stands out. It's kind of like the red around the pull quote. And finally, moving on to the recto page, the first thing you notice is the image of the band, and they're all gathered together, which is like suggesting that they're all close and they're happy and they're together as a band, and there's a form of trust, and they're all got their arms around each other, and they've all got positive body language, and it's a sense of togetherness, and it takes up about a quarter of the page. Above that, they have the main article. It starts off with a massive red A in a drop capital, and it starts talking about a tattoo, and which is really, it links with the band, and it also connotes the genre because everybody in this band has a tattoo. It might not be visible, but they all have tattoos, especially the vocalist, who is absolutely covered in tattoos. And when you think of tattoos, you think of rock and metal. Anyway, behind the text is the logo once again, and the opacity has been turned down, so it's just behind the text, but it's only just visible. And they've done it in such a way where it doesn't collide with the black text, which is clearly very good editing skills. Also, the year started is also in red as well, which makes that stand out. I mean, it must have been put in red for a reason if they wanted it to stand out, seeing as though all the rest of the writing on the page is just black and that's red. It's obviously a long article as well. And finally, the main writing has been separated into two columns by a single line going down the middle, and it separates the two pieces of text off from each other.